So I just got done recording all of this episode and I checked my recording settings. Turns out I did not have the output for game audio set to the correct channel. So this whole episode is going to be just me talking and probably some music. Next one will be full audio, I promise. Just my sincerest apologies about this. Yeah, it's really disappointing to me. I'm going to try to do better in the future. Yeah, I hope you enjoy anyway. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching. Hi, this is Stridden. Happy Halloween! I'm recording this probably about a week and a half before Halloween, but you know, editing, uploading, all that sort of stuff takes time, and I'm actually a little bit early too. I'm not planning on uploading on Halloween itself, so I just figured that I'd put on a little costume, you know, I guess put in some context, maybe dye my hair a little bit. It's fake dye, it washes out. Here we are. We're playing more Minecraft. I'm actually really excited. I've been having fun. I've been playing off camera. I did get some clips. I've built most of the roof. It's not entirely done. Like there's gonna be like a wall that goes across here. I just don't really know how I'm gonna do a lot of it right now because I want to add another room right here. That'll be like the bedroom, and it'll have like personal storage and things like that. So I made it out of this copper shingle from I think it's from Create, just base Create. I really don't know, but it was cheaper than making like cut copper and other copper variants, so like this is really cheap roof, and it'll age over time too, which is kind of the thing I was looking for, was having this like a cyan-y color. You can see it snowed a little bit too. It's still winter as far as I know. What I'd really love is if I could change the in-game season to match the season in real life. I've been having a lot of issues, especially even just today, of every time I try to boot the game, it crashes and it resets all the resource packs, and then I have to go and re-enable them all. Again, early pack, and I even have like 12 gigs of RAM assigned to this, so it would be really nice if I could sync the season to the like real world. As of right now, this one is just like get and set, right? Like I can get the season, I can set the season, and we're gonna try and not look at that too much. We need like a way to set it IRL to the game time. The problem with the mod right now of the seasons mod is that whenever you sign into a world after having not played for a while or playing on a different world or whatever, it tries to reset the season to like early spring no matter what. And that's not cool, man. So I actually have another mod that is supposed to fix that, but the latest version of both of those mods just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It still resets it to spring. Instead, I am playing on an older version of each, and there's no way to like sync it up to world time. So unfortunately, unless there's like something in time control sync system time, yeah, see, like there's system time, but I'm trying to not like sync the actual world time. I just want to sync the season, please. I've built like the rest of the workshop here. So this is the saw setup, and I'll go through everything in just a second. We have a rolling mill that I specifically put in this direction because I think if it was on a production line, it would come out this way. Don't quote me on that. And then upstairs, we have a set of crushing wheels finally. I've been sitting here processing cobblestone into gravel, gravel into sand, and then we still have the same crafting assembly. And then I've also added over here a way to auto mine whatever we want to generate right here. So if I wanted cobblestone here, I would swap this honey out with water. This is a sheet metal, an iron sheet metal block, and that's used to form the crimsite. But I can leave that there with water and it'll just still form cobblestone. I have this shut off for now because we don't really need crimsite. That's the upstairs right now. I want to add some sequence assembly upstairs, but that's not the project for today. We actually have a project in mind today, and I might have to get a little more prepared before we go out and do it. We ran out of bees in both of these beehives, and I needed honey buckets. So what I did was I set up a birch tree farm over here, and originally I had these as like all dirt around it, and I put flowers here so that it would try to grow beehives. And it worked. Like it would grow beehives, and then bees would pop out of them, and they would kind of float around here. But I lost like, I don't know, 6 bees. They just didn't want to claim them. The next time there was a bee, I just like pushed it into the beehive right here. I just closed it up. Like I just had a trapdoor so that they got stuck. So This is all a very temporary setup, but we have honey bottles being crafted here, and then I'm turning those manually into honey blocks. And then I also, like, I haven't seen these things grow at all. That's one of the biggest holdups right now, is just that we need dripstone, and these things just don't want to grow. Like, if this thing would just grow like a single piece, we could go and like increase our lava production, but this is just, it's just not working right now. I just like, I'm in the bootstrapping section of the world, where I need to like bootstrap all of the resources up from nothing, and that means that I'm just like crowding everything in as small an area as I can without like tanking my FPS to 0. I finally finished the farm. You can see it's running. It's collecting 8 rice plants. It's collecting 3 Vivichoke seeds. I have 3 wheat and then 3 blueberries, and that's all collecting right here. Some of these have qualities on them. I tried to add a quality food mod that would not add items, but just add NBT to items, so that I could add like missing quality foods, and the game just crashed on startup. So really sorry to say, unless somebody knows what my problem is there or wants to like help me through it one day, probably just stuck with the mod Quality's Delight, which is fine. I like it. I like the mod. That's the thing. I literally wanted every single food to have quality on them. And oh, we have a kitchen. It's not done yet, and I'm gonna be putting like all of the Pam's Harvest Craft food utensils, things like that, in here, like on shelves and stuff. But that's not today's project. Once again, you know how it's like really annoying how you have to craft andesite casings by like placing down a wood and then like shearing it with your axe, and then using an andesite alloy on it, and then picking it up with your wrench. Well, I didn't want to have like 7 different saw setups in this workshop. So what I have is I have this power socket and I have this power socket. Some recipes require things to be stamped, right? So like this right here, this is being powered, so this will stamp anything that comes underneath it. If it doesn't need to be stamped, I think it just automatically goes in anyway. I could pretty much leave this down at all times. This is just a vanilla piston. All of these create tools are movable with like a vanilla piston. So like if I wanted to make 9 more andesite alloy, I can just go down there, grab 9 more logs, throw them in here. They're gonna get shaved right there and then deployed upon, and look at that, we have a new andesite casing, and they just show up in here, and we say, oh no, I don't want it to make the andesite casing. Uh-oh, it's stuck because this guy doesn't have anything else to deploy on this, but it's expecting to have to deploy on this guy. Well, you pull it away and boom, it just keeps going. It's sick, it's awesome, it's exactly what I wanted out of this system. And you know what, if you have to deploy twice onto something, if you have to deploy twice and then like stamp it, like for instance, train tracks require a double deployment of a zinc or iron nugget onto what are called sleepers, which is basically just like a slab of like stone, and then it needs to be pressed, right? So if I wanted to, I could make tracks using this by just giving these 2 iron nuggets and then putting in here stone blocks, and out will come a stone block. It'll get sheared in half, and then it'll be deployed upon by these 2 and then stamped, and we'll have train tracks from the exact same system that makes us andesite casings, from the exact same system that makes us brass casings, copper casings, sturdy casings. We can make sturdy stuff here too. We can use them to make train casings, because all that would require us to do is to deploy a brass ingot here and then deploy a sturdy sheet here, all from just having wood logs in this barrel. Thanks for coming on that tour with me. I'm gonna collect some more resources real quick, and when I'm back, we'll go ahead and try to find a good spot to put this project, and you guys will see it as it's in progress in just a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot to show off a different feature of the tree farm over here, the birch farm. I have this thing emptying the logs onto a item drain, which is draining sap from them, and then that is going into a basin, which is then getting compressed into rubber, and then that's all going into this pipe, which takes it back to the barrel, which is just storing now birch logs and rubber. On an older version of Create Dreams and Desires, sap had its own recipe. This one is not the same recipe as that. This is a modified version because for some reason they decided to remove the sap recipe and rubber recipe and like all of the uses of rubber. And they also renamed lapis alloy to Berry Blend, I think. Berry? Anyway, I find that this is kind of a nitpicky thing for me, but oh well. All right, I'm back with, I think, all of the supplies I'm gonna need. I have a few more in the backpack, by the way. I got a couple of backpacks. I think I got clips of me getting them. Or at least I've already shown getting one. I have another one now. There's one in the base. I also have 2 music discs because, you know, that's what I was going for. So here we're going to, I think this is where we're going to build the first project. That's separate from like the workshop and the various farms around it, which will all be moved probably. But the reason that I picked this spot is because if you look right there, and I keep forgetting to make a spyglass, but if you look right there, that's where the extra floor is going to be, and it's kind of like this nice clear shot right to this spot. So I think that this is going to kind of be like where we're going to be building today. First things first, what I normally like to decide on is kind of like where the final resting place is going to be for like whatever is being made. I think the only thing I haven't actually considered with the project that we're doing today, which if the title didn't give it away already, which it might have, and so did the thumbnail probably, we're making an andesite farm. Andesite alloy specifically. I just want to be able to walk up here and just grab out of a barrel, just like andesite alloy, stacks on stacks of it. So we're going to have the final resting place be here. This isn't going to be a default Minecraft barrel. Eventually this will be like one of those limited ones we have in the basement. But for now, this is where it'll end up. And then we're gonna need more item drains. I was initially thinking that I would kind of build it and explain it after I was done, but I think it might be more enjoyable for you guys to kind of see what my thought process is going into machines. So to that extent, I'll try to be a little more clear, okay? So this is like the output, right? And then I just work backwards from there. So obviously we have to put into the output for me to come up and pick it up. So we need a funnel on there. It's better to use item drains than belts because they just cost less for your system to render. There's fewer faces. You're not processing like RPMs and like moving textures and things like that. So this is strictly just here to move items from this basin into the final output. We have this brass funnel here because there's going to be items in here that we don't want to take out, but we also don't want to just straight up output whatever this thing presses out immediately. We're probably going to be compressing it into like block forms of stuff. Next step is probably item drains, but I don't have those yet. And they're going to come into here and come out of another basin right here. It's going to have a mixer on it, and this is going to be the one that's mixing up everything that leads up to pretty much andesite alloy. Then we need an input here. This is going to be picking up anything that is iron nuggets, gold nuggets, redstone, quartz, and then below this thing we're gonna actually put a cobblestone generator. But I don't have that built either. Oh no. I have to crush these. Shoot. Literally, shoot. We're gonna put a chute here. This is going to have actually, we're not gonna put a chute there. Number one, I know I need cobble under there, and it should push into this. Yeah, okay, cool. I didn't really plan on going this vertical with it, but I'm starting to feel like I don't have a choice now. So this is one of the biggest reasons why I don't try to explain things as I go along. It's just because sometimes something goes wrong. It throws my entire groove off, I guess you could say, and then I have to sit there and fix it like the entire time. So I just tend to not. Oh, I know what I can do. Here, let's move this over to there, like that. We'll move this also over here like this. Okay. And then just need to have the lava kind of like loop around this. Ta-da! That should work. Put lava in there. and it should float down and then form. Let's go. Okay. And then I'm actually even tempted to turn this and the other one into brass ones so they can do a stack at a time. And then we will do a washing catalyst here, a encased fan there. We'll have to power that as well. I'm terrible at this, so I'm gonna go ahead and just explain it at the end. And the system's already getting complicated, so I will be back in just a minute. Okay, so we're gonna try this out. We do need a bucket of water. We're gonna try this out with just one water wheel. We'll grab 2 buckets of water just in case we need like 3 or 4 water wheels. I'm not too much a fan of water wheels. Also, how about this kitchen, huh? It's got a faucet, it's got water, running water, huh? Ta-da. The slowest ever. Is it working? I'm guessing this thing's not gonna be going fast enough, yeah. It's kind of crazy that it does work though. We're not gonna know which way. I'm not even gonna try. We're just gonna put that in, see if it's going the right way. It is. Is this thing going fast enough now? Really? Well, we still haven't added the little water wheel, so we'll go ahead and add that right here. Bam. Put a course dirt there. Boom. And who knew? Who would have guessed? Now, are you going the right speed? You are. These two are keeping in time. We have honey flowing into lava. So we have brass sheet metal and iron sheet metal, and those two are generating crimsite and ochrum, and they're going down into this barrel and this barrel. And as soon as these stack to 64, they're going to drop them into these crushing wheels, these different sets of crushing wheels. Each of these crushing wheels is going to turn them into crushed iron and iron nuggets and vanadium nuggets. And then this one is going to turn them into crushed gold and gold nuggets and electrum nuggets. That's all going to get washed over here. So if it can be washed, it's just going to sit here and get washed. So yeah, that's going to wash everything, push it over to this funnel, and then that's going to get absorbed into this basin. This basin is going to mix cobblestone with the quartz that gets washed out of the crushed gold and turn that into diorite. Then it's going to mix diorite with cobblestone, and that'll create andesite. Then it'll mix andesite with the iron nuggets and create andesite alloy, and then that gets offloaded into the press, which is over here. Sorry, it's late. It's late. I can't stay and fight. I only have like 2 durability on my sword. I need to repair this. I've just been trying to find a good material for the rod, which is the part that needs to get repaired. All of that stuff is going to get pushed into this basin, which is going to get pressed. Andesite alloy blocks, redstone blocks, vanadium blocks, and electrum ingots. And if there was an electrum block, I'd be using that, but there is no electrum block. And at the end of it, we should be getting andesite alloy blocks and all those other things that I said. Ah, we're starting to crush. We see here. So this thing has already gotten 9 vanadium nuggets and 8 electrum nuggets. This thing is already starting to make diorite. Ooh. Very nice, very nice. What do you have in here? Andesite alloy times 9. Oh, okay, so the gold needs to be going quicker. I mean, I could throttle this up, quadruple the speed of this. 28 SU. I don't have a stressometer on here, but we got 5, 12, 10, 24, 12 something or other. 128 for each of these. 256, 512 total for that. That's 64, 128. I mean, I'm just kind of spitballing here, but I think we have enough that we can afford to do this. We might have to add another wheel on here, but I want to add a clutch onto the system anyway. So we'll go ahead and ramp these two up. Encased one, small into large, encase, and then finally, yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move this back a couple, actually. I don't know how many people that watch me are gonna be fans of other Minecraft YouTubers. I would assume that a lot of you are, I've been watching Threefold's playthrough of he calls it Money Factory. I would have just called it Money Factory because there's money in it anyway, so like just call it that. He has this mantra of like redstone on means machine on. So I want to see, does this disable that? Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm thinking that the way I want to do this is if the machine needs like more stuff in the output barrel, it'll turn on a redstone signal, and then that'll come over here to this clutch. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a lever on it. Ta-da! We're gonna set this to any, and we're gonna set this to any, and we're gonna turn it back on. And the idea is that that will pretty much just self-throttle itself. If this thing already has items in here, this guy's only gonna contain like, you know, a sub stack of 64, and then otherwise they're gonna back up in here. And we'll also be turning like all of these buffer barrels into what are they called? Sophisticated barrels, so that way we can like void stuff, especially this one. This one's gonna be ooh, we have outputs, let's go. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I like this a lot. So there needs to be one last thing that happens, and that is covering up the machine pretty much. Yo, it's going crazy. Look at it. That's crazy. What is that? Oh, doesn't matter. It's already gone. This might hurt some people's opinions of me, but I thought it'd be really funny to just like make the whole exterior be an andesite like block, pretty much. Just a huge block of andesite. Is that going to be visible on the outside? Like if I place this here and here? No, okay. Also, I did bring... I brought torches. I brought torches because I knew I was going to be covering this thing in andesite. So I'm just going to put some of these around, dotted around. Put it there. And where we were pretty andesite poor on episode 1 and 2, look at me now. I'm just straight up andesiting this place up. I didn't make a way down. Ow. Ta-da! Now I gotta just double check and make sure that this thing is working correctly. And I might even put like a copycat door here so that I can get in here and check it just to make sure. Okay, I just had a crazy idea and I think it's gonna work. So, I'm gonna go make a copycat door and a couple other things we might need, and I'll be back in just a moment. So here's my idea, and you can see it's already starting to kind of fail, but I'm thinking that if this thing starts backing up on iron nuggets, we can just like have it go into this thing and then press them into iron blocks pretty much. So like let's do iron ingot. I hate that it's making noises, because what if it's not making the right things? Iron block. Uh-oh. That's not the sound we want to hear. Yikes. I'm just messing with numbers at this point. Sorry, I'm sitting here just silently doing this. Okay, I also made the copycat door wherever that went. Here it is. Ta-da. And we'll go ahead and put a slab of andesite there, and a slab of andesite there. And we've done it, the monolith. And we're gonna put a little crafting table down here too. Ta-da. Cool. Okay, I mean, I wanted to keep monitoring this for a minute. Maybe I will. I'll just pause it real quick, and then I'll monitor this for a bit, and we'll come back and do the episode wrap-up. I think I'm pretty much out of time. I still have to edit and upload this. It's not as close as the other ones have been so far. Pretty happy with the progress we made, and as you can see, we're starting to gain resources. The main thing I wanted out of this was andesite alloy, and that's what we're getting. I'm going to upgrade this barrel a few times. I might add a void upgrade. I haven't decided yet, we'll see. But like all of these, I kind of don't necessarily need. We're not getting as much vanadium as I thought we would either. But it's time for the comment of the day. Luann Kokori asks, bro, please, which shaders do you use? I can go through my settings real quick and just show you. So I'm using Oculus. It's complementary unbound. And if we go to shader pack settings, I think that these are pretty, yeah, this is just like the default high setting. I might have messed with some of these settings, but if I have, then here they are. So you can change your settings to match. The reason I went with unbound is because it works with Create. And as far as I know, that's like the only thing that I might have changed. So maybe I changed some of these. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. If you need me to go more in depth, I can. But like it's pretty much just complementary unbound, and this is the version number if you want specific version number. Those are my settings. And I just want to say that even if I'm just highlighting this one comment, at some point in the series I do want to have like all of my YouTube comments somewhere in the world. I do have plans for that, but it's just that I'm not anywhere close to doing it. This is just the comment that I'm highlighting for the day. We will have a point where we can like go through a lot of other comments. I might do like a Q&A at some point if I ever get enough traction on it. Also, one other thing I want to do, ta-da, the Andesite Cube. And here we are. Go inside real quick. We'll just double check that everything is still working. We just pretty much want to see like none of these resources backing up extremely a lot in here. Nice English. And we want to make sure that this thing always has cobblestone and iron nuggets in it. If this thing's ever running low or runs out, then it's going to be a problem. But it looks like we're good. Ta-da! Cool. Well, that was the project for today. I hope everyone has a happy Halloween. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all the views and engagement and everything that everyone leaves on here. I also am really glad that people are enjoying the series. I'm really having fun with it. I'm glad people are enjoying the mod pack. The Andesite Cube, it's done. Haha. Thank you all so much for watching. I had an amazing day, and I hope you did too. And I'll see you all on the next video. Take care. Until then, bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, well, what do you mean?